I am counting every blessing, letting go and trusting when I cannot see. I am counting every blessing, surely I receive.
Welcome to the ND 500 podcast. On today's show, we're talking about our health. Over the past few weeks, I've had many friends and many around the world who've started their journey to improve their overall health. That's something that I'm very excited about. It's the same journey that I continue to go on for myself, but I want to bring something to your attention, something that I've noticed. I've noticed that some who have started this journey, in my opinion, may have the wrong perspective. And I want to just bring this to your attention in case you have this perspective. Many that I see have focused more on losing weight rather than their overall health. And when I say that, I mean that, for example, just this past week, I was speaking with a friend and he was telling me about this new diet that he was on, and he was able to eat any kind of meat that he wanted to eat. And all he had to do was just give up sweets and sugars, but he didn't have any focus on vegetables, drinking water, or anything like that. He was able to, still eat however much red meat he wanted to eat. He could eat ribs, hamburgers, hot dogs, bacon, anything of that nature. And he would still lose weight. The problem with this is that when you do that, once you give up sugars and carbs, which normally is found in candies and the bread, your body is naturally going to lose weight. However, when you consume high amounts of fatty meats such as hamburgers, hot dog, bacon, and all of that, it still creates a major problem. It creates the problem of clogging your arteries up. And what that means is that you are now at a high risk of having a heart attack or stroke. So, but on the other end of the perspective, yes, you've lost weight, but on the other end, you've increased your risk of having a heart attack, and heart disease, which is still the number one killer in the world. So I just want to shift your perspective to focusing more on your overall health first. And once you focus more on your health, then losing weight will come naturally. The past few weeks, we talked about drinking enough water on a daily basis to just begin your health journey, just knowing how much water you should drink on a daily basis. The example that we gave is that you should be drinking about half your body weight on a daily basis. For example, if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be drinking about 100 ounces of water per day. And I also recommend that you also do your own research, that you also just go and read. I found that many times, many people who are on their health journey, they're taking advice of, people, their friends and all of that. And a lot of times you have no idea where they're getting this information from, but I guarantee you will feel a whole lot better once you actually read and do your own research. Most of the information that I provide on this podcast, it comes from a 50+ year study. It's called the China study. If you've never heard of it, you can go to Amazon.com. You can go and type in the China study, and there's a book on that. And also there's a movie, documentary that was filmed and based off the China study. It's called Forks Over Knives. So to me, it's common sense, and I think that most of us inherently know what it is that we should be doing. We inherently know that we should drink water. We know that we should eat fruits and vegetables. So those are just the beginning points of this health journey. I want to continue to encourage you to have fun on your health journey, but at the same time, I want us to shift our focus to focusing more on our overall health, finding out what's actually healthy for us, and rather than just focusing strictly on losing weight, because you can lose weight, but at the same time, you still can die from just having clogged arteries by eating way too much meat and things like that. I want us to begin to start thinking deeper. Where does cholesterol come from? How does cholesterol form? For example, cholesterol comes from animal fat. So, for example, if you're not eating animal fat, then you won't have a cholesterol problem, because that's exactly where cholesterol is found, where cholesterol comes from. So when you eat hamburgers, hot dogs, and things of that nature, you're consuming cholesterol. So the fatty parts of that's cholesterol. So when you're not eating those type of foods, you won't have cholesterol. So just begin to think of things like that. Just, how are these things formed, and start doing your research and things of that nature. But I just want us to begin to shift our focus more on our health rather than simply losing weight. Until next time, live in truth.
Letting go and trusting